today's video, we are going to hook up two 12-inch kicker comps in a ported kicker box with a 800 watt amp in my little Civic Si. So we're going to see how loud this car is going to bump, okay? Yeah, it's going to be a crazy setup. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so here's the two kicker comps. Now these are the original kicker comps. These things are probably, I don't know, at least 10 years old. They're in great freaking condition. In the original kicker box, guys, look at this porthole. Look how massive that freaking hole is, bro. Look at that. I mean, yeah, it gets no better than this. Alright guys, let's talk about the amp for a little bit. So this is a 800 watt kicker amp. It is bridgeable. What that means, if you guys don't know, is for these two kicker subwoofers, I can bridge it and make it go to the positive and the negative side, and you will get most of your power pulling off the amp to power the subwoofers. So you get like maximum bumpage, if you know what I mean. And then over here, your typical ground, remote, and your 12-volt power wire. Wow, I can't talk today. I like this setup, and that's why I like kicker amps, because some of the older amps, you had the ground wire right next to your power wire, and that does not mix. You will get a fire, you will spark, you will send the amp into protect mode, which would just ruin it. So yeah, a lot of people, because I used to install audio, a lot of people would try to, you know, put the ground next to the power, and it would touch, and if the power is already connected, you just fried your amp. So now you're gonna have to spend another, I don't know, $500 to $800 on a decent amp. It got ridiculous. But yeah, so that's one thing I like about the kicker amp, is they have separated the ground from the power. Smart idea. So now we're going to install everything step by step, guys. I know most of you all probably already know how to install audio, but I'm going to do it for the video, and you know what, it might help somebody out, I don't know. So first, you probably want to clean your trunk out better than I did. You got to find a spot for the amp. I know most people bolt it to the actual box. I'm not going to do that. So I think I'm just going to set it back there somewhere and kind of like bracket it down so it's not sliding all over the trunk when I'm driving at 3,000 miles an hour. And I did have these taped up, guys, so don't worry. I made sure they're not touching so I don't get a spark. Always, though, unhook the battery first. So always unhook your battery just in case. Before, you know, you're working on audio or anything electronic with your car, unhook the battery. So first, what you want to do, figure out what you want to hook up first. On here, I'm probably going to put the ground wire, remote, and then the power wire in. And that's where your speaker wire goes, which is this right here. Let's see. Actually, I could probably go on and hook the speaker wires up together. Now, when I talk about bridgeable, guys, this is what I'm talking about. You're going to have your positive and your negative, right? So your positive will go on the positive side. Get the positive wire. Positive is going to go in like that. Of course, you're going to secure it. And then your negative is going to go all the way on this side, on the negative port, and you're going to secure it down with a screwdriver, Phillips head. This thing. So I'm going to secure the speaker wires in there, and then we're going to go from there. All right, once you got your wires secure, you're going to move on to the ground, which is always the black wire right here. So you're going to have to get the amp a little bit closer to that and make sure it doesn't touch anything. I know I have the battery off, so there should be no current running through these lines, but you never know. Weird stuff happens all the time when you're working on cars. Trust yubbly. So yeah, I'm going to, let's see, make sure the ground's right here. So yeah, this is ground wire. I'm going to just scoot the amp all the way back here, like so. Untangle these wires and make sure the ground goes in here like so. And make sure it's in there. Give it a little tug after you tighten it up to make sure it's not going to slip out. Because when you actually hook the battery up and have power running to it, whatever it's going to touch, it's going to spark and get hot. So always make sure your connections and wires are firmly secure. Right now, next is going to be the remote wire. Just slide it in there and connect it. All right, now for the power wire. Okay, so last step on the amp is to do your RC jacks. So they're always going to go into the output if you're running a subwoofer. So it's going to go right here, and the bottom one is going to go right here. Whew. All right. Now it's time to lift that bad boy into this. Now it's going to be fun. Make sure you push the amp out of the way. You have your speaker wires to where you can easily access them once you get the box and the subwoofers in the trunk. So yeah, let's try to get this thing up. All right. I think we can make this work. I have definitely had a lot tighter fits. I think it's going to just fall in, I hope. All right, I finally wedged it and wiggled it into the trunk of my Honda. It takes up most of the trunk. Dude, these things are going to be so loud. And all I have to do is hook up that wiring that just flew out of my hand. So, yeah, whatever the side that you hooked onto the positive and the negative is the same sides that are going to hook up to these here. And these are springs, so push down on them and it hooks right up. Oh, I almost forgot my little bracket. It basically just slides right up under here like so to keep it from, you know, going everywhere in the trunk. So that's a cool little feature that I found. And also, hopefully you guys can hear me over my exhaust. I did install a bass knob, so it makes it easier for me to control the subwoofers in the trunk. You don't have to have this feature. I just went on and did it. So yeah, let's see how loud these can go. All right, let's put in this party mix. And I think number 4, track 4 is Little John. Little John's always got some bass, so yeah, let's try to find that. Uh oh, that's not it. That's not it. There we go. Let's turn this up. All right, guys, this is gonna be crazy, bro. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, bro, that thing's vibrating, bro. Look. That's crazy. So loud. Bro. Okay, it's bumping, bro. Dude. Bro, that bumps. Alright guys, that's how you install kicker subwoofers. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Cool. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Sorry for all the mess and the sweatiness. It is out here, your boy's out here working on his own vehicle, guys. Also, always try to work on your own vehicle. It saves you money. You know exactly what's going on with it when something does happen to it. So yeah, if you like the video, drop a like. Also, watch this on Facebook. Subscribe to your boy. No, wait, it's the other way around. Oh my gosh, hang on. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit that follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. There you go, that's much better. All right, until next time, stay amazing. Peace. Woo.